Welcome back to the ACB Wrestling Talk channel, your main source for wrestling news and wrestling discussions. I am, of course, your host, Alexis Carrillo, and let's get into some wrestling talk. After weeks and weeks and weeks of speculation, WWE finally made it official that their third brand, their developmental brand, NXT, would be airing live on the USA Network every single Wednesday night starting on September 18th, 2019. That is obviously less than a month away. So NXT fans, as all wrestling fans should be, they are all rejoicing with these news. More details on NXT moving over to the USA Network. It includes the fact that NXT is still going to be airing live from the Full Sail University venue. It'll be available every Thursday night on the WWE Network the following day. So most of you WWE Network subscribers will not suffer too much in terms of not being able to watch NXT on Wednesday night live. So, that'll come into play a little bit later in the video, but it also includes the fact that we're going to be getting a 2-hour live broadcast every week for NXT. NXT, obviously, ever since its inception in 2010, has been a tightly knit, perfect 1-hour show. So a lot of fans in the internet wrestling community are quite cautious to the fact of the show suffering in quality because it's being pushed over to 2 hours. But we'll have to wait and see how that comes into play, because NXT is not like Raw, it's not like SmackDown. They certainly know how to book 1-hour shows. They certainly know how to book 3-hour pay-per-views. They have quite a good formula down there at NXT, so hopefully they can make this 2-hour live broadcast on the USA Network work, for lack of a better term. With that said, most fans on the internet wrestling community are now calling these the Wednesday Night Wars, of course alluding to the fact that AEW is going to be debuting on October 2nd on TNT, a Wednesday night, and thus NXT and AEW will be facing off every single Wednesday night. And even though most wrestling fans out there have this mentality of someone's got to put someone else out of business, I believe, as I've always said, that is the wrong mentality. The best mentality to have is that now we not only have Raw on the USA Network every Monday nights, we have SmackDown Live every Tuesday night on the USA Network until October, when it's moved to Friday nights on Fox. We also have MLW on beIN Sports. We now have NXT on the USA Network. We have Impact Wrestling on the Pursuit channel. We have Ring of Honor on Sinclair Broadcasting. We have NWA getting nearer and nearer to taping a weekly TV show. So, great news for wrestling fans. We are getting more and more options. That's the mentality we should have. So, that's a mentality I have. One more question to add to all of this situation is, how will it affect NXT call-ups? Because if you take notice and you look at the NXT roster, there are quite a number of superstars on that roster who are, well, to say the least, quite ready to move up to the main roster, namely Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano, the Velveteen Dream, the Street Profits, Shayna Baszler, Bianca Belair, the Undisputed Era, among others. They're all ready to move up to the main roster, but with this new deal, NXT can't afford to lose star power. They need star power not only to justify the fact that they moved up to the USA Network, to national cable television, but to also justify the fact that this isn't just a precautionary move against AEW. Again, I'm not of that mentality, but this does seem like a move on WWE's part just to test the waters, just to see how much of competition AEW will really turn out to be when they debut on TNT. They're not gonna point it out so far as to move SmackDown Live to Wednesday nights. I don't think they'd ever do that. But they are going to acknowledge the fact that, AEW is going to be some competition, and it is there. We can't deny it. But we'll just have to wait and see if they can compete with our third developmental brand, NXT. So with that said, what do you think about these news? Are you more like me? Are you more happy about the fact that we've got more options on TV now than ever before? Or are you of the normal internet wrestling community mentality of the fact that NXT's got to put AEW out of business? AEW is gonna send NXT back. It's gonna send NXT back to the WWE Network. Leave your thoughts and comments and predictions on the comment section below. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you dislike this video, hit the dislike button. That's it for me. Till next time.